Season is coming to a close in the Atlantic.
It's officially over November the 30th. Meteorologist Shane Hinton breaking down why this year was so active in the Atlantic.
Hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th, and with it being an El Nino season, projections initially pointed to what should have been a rather quiet year in the Atlantic. However, as the season started, it was clear that this year's season would defy odds and has officially ranked among some of the most active on record.
Oh my goodness.
But what led to this abnormal tropical season? I spoke with Brian McNulty, a senior research associate at the Rosenstiel School of Marine, Atmospheric, and Earth Science in Miami, Florida, for his analysis of the 2023 hurricane season.
This has definitely been a hurricane season like we haven't experienced before. We went into it with record warm ocean temperatures across much of the Atlantic, which is one ingredient that you would expect then, okay, you should see a lot of activity. But at the same time, we're heading into a rather strong El Nino. That's the part that hasn't happened before.
You just heard McNulty mention the biggest contributing factor to the above-average hurricane season were the extremely warm ocean temperatures. Tropical systems require several ingredients to develop, including thunderstorm activity, low wind shear, and warm ocean temperatures. El Nino seasons typically bring higher levels of wind shear to the Atlantic Ocean. But Brian mentioned the warmer ocean temperatures were able to help tropical developments overcome the wind shear. Ocean temperatures achieved record-breaking status this year since March and continue to trend well above normal for this time of the year. When asked about the cause for the warmer ocean temperatures, McNulty noted one large reason was due to a weakened subtropical high-pressure system in the northern Atlantic, sometimes referred to as the Azores High or Bermuda High. It's normal for this area of high pressure to shift east and west throughout the year. However, the strength of the Bermuda High can impact the trade winds, which play a role in the evaporative cooling process at the top of the ocean surface. In this case, the trade winds were weakened, which led to less cooling. McNulty mentioned the weaker high pressure also allowed conditions to stay more humid near the surface, which also favors tropical development. It's also worth noting that this area of high pressure plays a key role in the track and path of tropical activity. This year, we didn't see as much activity move into the Gulf of Mexico or even towards Texas. But why was the Bermuda High weaker this season? McNulty said there isn't a definitive answer to that question. So is climate change to blame for the unexpectedly active tropical season? The answer isn't black or white.
I don't think we've just jumped into a new realm of sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic. This was probably an outlier year, but climate change is gradually increasing the ocean temperatures around the whole world. So a slice of this warming is indeed climate change, and that's going to keep on happening.
Recent reports from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, known as NOAA, in May of this year mentioned greenhouse gas-induced warming may have affected Atlantic hurricane activity since 1980. But there's not enough high confidence to confirm this just yet. NOAA also reports that the global temperature were to increase by 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Impacts to tropical seasons in the Atlantic Basin could include elevated storm surge and heavier rainfall rates. An interesting impact would be the possibility of less overall tropical systems by about 15%, but a higher frequency of Category 4 and 5 hurricanes. You might be curious if climate change will impact the path of future tropical systems and possibly steer them closer to the Gulf of Mexico and Texas. While it is possible, NOAA reports there isn't enough agreement on the effect at this time.